So it's been a while since I've posted, and to be honest with you, it's because I felt pretty uninspired. I didn't want to sew anything, I didn't want to make anything, so naturally, as an artist, I decided to just take a step back from my hobbies. And like my sewing machine, I just needed a little break and TLC to really evaluate what I wanted to do with my channel moving forward. One thing I knew for sure is that I didn't want to feed into this overconsumption of hobbies. As someone who hates clutter, that just became a big problem for me because I would just make these things and then just never look at them again. Going forward, I want to make things with more intention. I would rather make more practical items over a bunch of clothes. The second thing is I have started a no-buy year for 2026. I am going to hold off on buying things that I don't really need. I don't really need new clothing or thrifted clothing. If you know me in real life, you know that I love shoes. I'm not going to buy any more this year. Another thing is makeup. I love makeup despite only doing one look. And the big one, I don't want to buy any more trinkets. My only rule for this no buy year is that if I really want something, I'm just gonna have to make it, which leads me to my first project of the new year, which is a floor desk for my sewing machine. I had this idea because I felt like going back and forth from the floor to the desk was counterintuitive to how I sew. It just made more sense to just have everything on the floor. It was so easy that I just feel like I could tell you all the items I got and you could just figure it out yourself. I found this piece in the pre-cut section of the hardware store, and then I also got wooden furniture legs that already have the screws on it, and then the metal plate that goes on the bottom of the table where you just screw in the wooden leg. It took me under an hour to make, and the only thing that was kind of difficult was the wood stain. It took some time to dry, and it was messy, but that's optional. You don't really have to do that. So with this new desk came a desire to make a designated space for my hobbies. I have pulled some of my treasured items that I've collected over the years to decorate the space. They're just little oddities and things I've found at the antique store, things I've made, books I really like, and things that my loved ones have gifted to me. And the last thing I needed to make for this space was a floor cushion because I'm gonna be real with you, sitting here sewing, my ass hurts. This tutorial is so easy. Actually, have I made a... I don't think I've actually made a pillow before. Ooh, it's a piece. Anyway, okay, my camera's dying. I gotta charge it. Perfect timing. Goodbye. So before my camera died yesterday, I cut out 2 heart shapes out of the plaid fabric, and then I cut out 3 long strips of the accent fabric for the ruffles, and I'm just going to sew them all together. Ooh, oh, okay. You're gonna flip it over like this, ta-da, and then just press it. That took forever. I never want to do this again. The big boys. My bones cracking? Jesus Christ. The first update is that I've changed my display name to my own name. And if you didn't know, my name is Ashley, or Ash. The second update is I'm going to post more. And I'm also going to post content that isn't sewing related. I'm still going to make tutorials and sew clothes, but less frequently, just so that I'm not buying a bunch of supplies to make something to get a video out. I know that resolutions can be very cliche. You know, you can start new habits any time of the year. It doesn't matter. But one of my resolutions is to stop overthinking things and just do it. So with that being said, I want to post more in 2026. And I hope you all come along with me. You know, if not, I'll just be screaming into the void